Hello there. Need some self-healing? Love crystals? Just collect? Love to meditate? Well, free gifts with every order in my shop. My Etsy link is listed in my bio.
Welcome back again to my Third Place podcast here on my Third Place network. I'm Evil and kangaroo hopping our way into your Olympic ears. It's my esteemed co-host and co-sensei, Brandy.
Hi.
Hey, let's pay some respect and bow our heads as we welcome you to our dojo for a rewatch of season 3 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Brandy, how was your week?
Oh, my week's been awesome. How's your week been?
Great. I feel like we haven't talked about Cobra Kai in like weeks.
We haven't talked about Cobra Kai in forever.
In real time, I posted episode 172, but in this podcast timeline, episode 172 was done 2 weeks ago. We recorded that episode. We talked about episode 2 of season 3. That was 2 weeks ago, and since then we haven't reconvened here about Cobra Kai in season 3. And until just recently, we're just like, hey, we should get back on there. And we're like, all right, let's do it. So I'm just now posting them, and like I felt I haven't, like we need to do one for this week. Right?
Yes, I'm sure people have missed us.
I'm sure people have missed us. I'm sure. Yeah, we'll get to the video aspect of this pretty soon. Again, we're just having our little moment. Plus, I want to like show off my new new hair. You know, the new look. You know that that I got from Sports Clips. If you ever been to a sports club, they give you the VIP treatment. They give you a massage after. It is fucking amazing. I went there. I got a haircut. Got a hair freaking shower. That wasn't even a shower. It's a hot towel on the face, cold towel on the face to open my pores, close my pores, and then haircut. And then they washed my hair, and then they did another round of stuff to my hair. They put some products in my hair. Then they gave me a massage with a little massager thing, vibrator thing. Yeah, all in all, like
I want to go there.
Not that kind of massager, man.
Oh.
But yeah. But all in all, that like the girl asked me, is like, what is this for? What are you doing? What are we up to? It's like, oh, nothing. And then I started telling her, you know, the story about this, doing the podcast, like for a podcast. She's like, oh, well, whose podcast is it going to be on? I was like, oh, it's my own. We just started doing a YouTube channel, and we're going to start being on the on camera. So I have to look good. I have to present myself, you know, in a better looking thing. So like for now on, no more long hair. No more scruffy looking. I got to look good for the audience. Of course, I'm going to change the background to books, possibly leave some of the toys up there. And then I started telling her that it was my own. She's all like, oh, cool, what's it about? Like, I told her what it was about. You know, we're talking about Cobra Kai. We're talking about TV shows, movies, all that stuff. She's like, oh, cool. It's like, all right. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to have to give you a shout out. She's like, oh yeah? I was like, yeah, I am. What was her name? Serena. It's like, I'm going to say Serena from Sports Clip. Shout out to Serena from Sports Clip. Thank you for hooking me up. Thank you for making me look good. She's like, oh, hear that, ladies? He's shouting us out. It's like, yes, I'm shouting you guys out for real. Sports Clip, y'all should check out Sports Clip. If you're ever in need of a VIP treatment, go to Sports Clip. And no, I'm not getting paid for this. I just thought it was awesome. Sports Clip is awesome. I always go there to get my haircut. I always go there for a good time. VIP treatment, massage. They have lots of things to say. It was like we have conversations. So yeah, definitely Sports Clip. Brandy.
That sounds good. I'm gonna have to check them out. I don't know if we have one around here, actually. Oh, wait, we do.
They have an app. Definitely check them out. Well, besides that, I've been a little tired lately. We have a new splashy logo. You like the logo? I mean, you did like the logo. You were like all about the logo when I told you about it at 3 a.m.
I love the logo. It's awesome.
Like, not only that, but we stayed up a couple nights ago till 3 a.m. trying to bring this new logo to life. The new splash, colorful colors all over the place, and then the words in the middle. Thank you, Brandy, for staying up with me and going through all the designs. I was also thinking ahead as like trying to do designs for the next few months. You all know how I feel about the month of October. We're going to talk about horror movies, possibly in the next month or so. And so I wanted to make a new design, and Brandy here helped me with all that. So thank you, Brandy, for helping me out. The logos are gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna put them in merch. I'm gonna put them in other stuff as well: t-shirts, hats, coffee mugs. What else?
Speaking of merch, I can't wait for mine to come. I ordered last night, actually.
Did you really?
With the new logo. It looks awesome.
No way.
I can't wait.
That's awesome. I love that. As soon as you get it, you have to be on camera and show it off.
No,
we have to represent. So that means I gotta like get mine also. It's like, so as soon as we get them both,
get on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting on it. I'm gonna start buying stuff for myself as well. I gotta represent my own self. It's like, who? If I can't represent myself, who does? Who can? But besides you, we know you're representing me too as well. So you're the best supporter I get. So I have to shout you out as well. So yeah. Anyway, for those wondering about the 15-second spot at the start of the show, Skylight84 from TikTok has an Etsy shop. She's a very good friend of ours, Brandy as well. We decided to give her a hand. Yes, she is. We decided to give her a hand and boost her Etsy shop, skylacrystalshop.etsy.com. There are self-healing crystals. I see opalite rope net keychain, a rose quartz crystal heart rings, crystals, bracelets, pendants, spears, so much more. So go out there, get on this website, skylacrystalshop.etsy.com. Browse through it, order what you like, and plus she puts out free gifts with every order. So if you order a bunch of stuff, she's gonna send you a free gift with your order as well.
And if anyone out there are Halloween fanatics like us, she's got some Halloween items in there too, and probably bringing more. She's always adding new items.
She is awesome. That's great. We're gonna have to I'm gonna have to go through there too.
Yes.
So merch, and then skylacrystalshop.etsy.com. I'll have the link on the website in the show notes. I'll even include in the link tree as part of our M3P network. I already can't say the word right. All right, you know what? This calls for a wake up. I'm gonna get it by C4 real quick. Again, not getting paid by this. So this one is Freedom Ice.
You have your C4. I have my coffee.
You have your coffee. I have my C4. We need to wake up. We need to be able to be awake for this. Plus the affirmation of the week, it's us. So this week's affirmation comes from another member of the M3P network community. Her name is Amanda Amulet, and she was in the chat when I was having a hard time. What was I saying? I don't know. Something about me because I stayed up till 3 a.m. doing all that stuff. We were working on the stuff, and then the next night I was like, oh dude, I was like sleepy, and everybody's telling me to go to sleep. So she's all like, she said these words, and I'm just like, you know what? That's the next affirmation of the week. Write it down. she saved them. She sent them to me, and I was like, all right, cool. So Amanda Amulet, thank you for saying these words. Really appreciate them. And they are adapt, adjust, and overcome.
What do they mean to you?
What they mean to me is like, because back in 2021 when I got diabetes, when I diagnosed with it, I was like, I was like in a hard place, and then like, okay, here it is. I adapted to the diagnosis. I adjusted my health, and I overcame that whole year. I kicked his ass. I'm still trying to kick his ass. I'm still trying to kick diabetes ass. So, it means so much to me because it's like a mantra for me. Like I keep doing stuff. I adapt, I adjust, and I overcome.
I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You've come a long way.
I have. Thank you. What about you?
I really like that affirmation actually from her. It's telling you to do. I don't know. Change is a hard thing for a lot of people, including myself. So basically, if there's something that you don't necessarily want to do, you just have to adapt to it, the situation,
Yes.
and you're adjusting to it, and then you're going to overcome it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna beat it. You're gonna go for it. That's how I see it.
Okay.
And I think we all can do that. We just have to put our minds to it.
Exactly.
Motivation. Yes.
Inspiration. And
speaking of motivation, that's what our episode is, all motivational. It's an episode full of motivational lines, I feel, and you guys will hear that as we go on.
Yes. I really feel like you really brought that to my attention, and like I didn't realize it until like later on. Because the one line that was in there like was later, and I was like, oh, okay, I see it now.
See, I bring something to the table too. I'm good.
I never said you didn't. You're fine.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers.
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
Then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
Hey, it's Evo. We're going to get back to the episode you're listening to, but first, let me tell you about Dark Fate Creations. Dark Fate Creations are candles that are vibrant, colorful, marble tops, amazing, mouth-watering fragrances, fueled by lovely braided cotton wicks. Paper threads woven into every cotton wick for a clean, romantic, slow, and consistent burn. Each candle is unique from the next as they are hand-mixed and hand-poured, right in Grass Valley, California. They use only coconut and soy waxes for a safer, cleaner, and longer burn time. That's almost 72 hours. That's like binging on all 130 episodes of the podcast. All fragrance blends have been heavily researched. Dark Fate Creations not only care about the look, fragrance, and quality of their candles and their other products, but also the effects they have in their customers' homes. So go to darkfatecreations.com. The link will be in the show notes. If you heard any of your breakdown episodes in the past, or if you are new here, we are massive Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans. So we decided we are going to rewatch the shows on Netflix and break down the episodes scene by scene and tell you what we thought about them. You are more than welcome to follow along and rewatch the show with us. Some of our friends are doing and listening to the podcast as well. There will be spoilers, and at times we do tend to add in trivia or ask the question for you to ponder over. It's what we do here. Also, it must always be said on every episode, because we are always critiquing the show, we love Cobra Kai. We love the Karate Kid universe. But don't let us influence you on the show. Watch whatever you want. We are just fans of the show, as there are millions of other fans out there who have different opinions. Ours just happens to be here on the podcast. We're millennials. If you want to go back and listen to past episodes about Cobra Kai and what we thought about them, I suggest you go back and listen to episode 154 and then continue on from there. Okay? All right,
Yes.
ready to start this? Let's start this.
Absolutely.
All right, season 3, episode 3. The episode title is Now You're Gonna Pay, written by Stacey Harmon, directed by Lynn Outing. Synopsis: Daniel's tarnished public image takes a toll on his sales, leading to a takeover offer. Johnny tries to raise money for Miguel's surgery. The cold open begins with Bobby Brown delivering a sermon at his church about forgiveness before a drunk Johnny walks into the church and interrupts him by informing the church attendees of Bobby's old ways of drinking, partying, and fighting before becoming a pastor. Even saying his wang can't even get a tang. I really thought he was going to say tang, but it's like tan. I don't know why. Bobby tells Johnny that he's not a priest and then prays to the heavens and asking for forgiveness, with Johnny asks why, to which Bobby sweeps Johnny's leg and knocks him to the floor. The Cobra Kai logo appears. I love that he's like, forgive me, Father, for what I'm about to do. And Johnny's like, why are you asking for forgiveness? What's going on? Like, what?
What's happening?
What's happening? Why are you talking to your dad? He's like, huh? And then he sweeps. It's like, I love every moment where they sweep the leg. It's just like, sweeps, just sweep the leg. What? Sweep the leg. It's fine. Sweep the leg. It's always a callback to the Karate Kid movie. Sweep the leg.
Yes, it is.
Next scene is at a youth detention center, which fandom originally wrote down prison. It's not a prison. I mean, if you want me to like look at your fandom stuff and read what you said, you also have to state the facts that this is a youth detention center and not a prison. A prison would be much worse. And watch next time.
Yeah, I don't think they have a 16-year-old in prison.
Exactly. It's like, you did juvenile detention. Please. Watch next time I try to do season 6 and they're like, no, we're not going to let you read this part. You critiqued us. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Do better. I apologize. But hey, it's the fandom website that this was on. Not me. So next scene is at a youth detention center. I apologize. Robbie witnesses a fellow prisoner being bullied by Sean, played by OK M. Akwari, who starred in 19 episodes of The Walking Dead as Elijah. Yeah.
Don't remember that because I quit watching it.
I stopped watching it after Glenn died.
Same.
10 years ago, and then Negan is still alive and in his own show with Glenn's wife, and she still hasn't killed him.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about that, and we're going to get through that on another podcast. So here, but 10 years and still, wow. Here, he's a tough prisoner with his two cronies, the big bully in the detention center, the big alpha male in a juvenile detention center, whatever. Robbie stands up asking if the kid that was bullied was okay. Sean asks him what he's looking at. Robbie gets notified that he has a phone call. He grabs the phone, hears Daniel's voice on the other end, and hangs up right away. And he walks out of the hallway of there. Sean looks over, like, oh, his name is Robbie, and he's pissed off at the world. All right, I see you. Meanwhile, on the other end of the phone at the LaRusso Auto Group, Daniel tells Amanda that Robbie hung up on him. She tells him he's a teenager. What do you expect? People have ways of coming around, though. Like when she rehired Louie back, who is with a customer and calls her Mamacita. Whatever it takes to sell that car. Daniel and Amanda discuss the low sales of the dealership due to their reputation being tarnished from the school karate war. they receive a visit from Tom Cole and their former employee Anush. Cole informs them that he wants to buy the dealership when Daniel expresses no interest. So it's Daniel's fault, not the bullies at school that are associated with Cobra Kai, basically. The ones that started it all. Yeah, we know they started it, but your kid ended it.
Damn.
Like, wow, Anyway, at the hospital, Miguel receives a visit from Sam and checks on his well-being, informing her he is having surgery. She touches her scar that was given to her by dime store Freddy Krueger. Tori with her spiked wrist bracelet. Miguel apologizes and Sam says it's not his fault. Miguel tells her that she has a tough life and her mom is sick. But then we hear that Sam said at the start of episode 9 of season 2, when they did the side-by-side comparisons between Sam and Tori, she says, everyone has a sob story. That doesn't give you the right to be a bully.
That's right.
She gives him a card with an octopus alluding to the prize they won at golf and stuff. Hawk arrived yelling, El Serpiente! At Miguel, Spanish for the serpent. Sam says goodbye to Miguel, and before she leaves, Hawk confronts her about being there after what her boyfriend did to him. She tells him he's not my boyfriend anymore, and she just wants to help.
So I mentioned earlier about the motivational quotes. To me, that was the first one that Sam says. I mean, in this episode. I know she said it before in another episode, but I really like that because it's right. Everybody does have a sob story. It does not give you a right to be a bully. So that's, like I said, I feel like there's a lot in this episode. A lot of those aspiring or motivational type quotes, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you call them aspiring.
Yeah, inspiring. Inspiring.
Sure, one of those words.
Aspiring, whatever. She said it. She didn't say it. I don't think she said it to anybody in season 2.
No, it was like a voiceover. Yes,
yeah, it was a voiceover.
That is true.
So maybe they wanted to all right, let's include it back in here again. It's the same. It's the same quote. Maybe they had a deleted scene where, all right, we're gonna say whatever she said in episode 3, and we're gonna put it on this up. So maybe they had already filmed these scenes before putting it out for season 2.
That's true. That's true. Before you, I do want to say something though about when Miguel mentioned about the surgery. So my very first thought, because he said they were bringing in a surgeon from another state or whatever he had said, my first thought was they're bringing back Allie for this because she is a specialized surgeon.
Specialized surgeon.
Did you think that?
State.
Did anybody think that? I don't know.
I didn't even think that at all. They didn't even allude to the fact. Well, I mean, they said, there's no way I could have forgotten about the ending of episode 2, but at the same time, I didn't think they'd bring her in this quickly into the season. I'd wait another few episodes and then bring her in, but I didn't think they'd bring her in and talk about her and say these things.
See, if I was a writer of the show, this is where I would have came and I would have done that. And there is, it's not this episode. I think it's the next episode we're gonna review. There's a part that's gonna go with this where I was like, I was right, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, what is she talking about? Now I gotta see what she's talking about. Yeah. So
we were
something for you to think about.
So if we were writers
with
of the
Allie,
show,
bringing Allie in, yes. But my first thought was, yeah. But I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna bring her back. She's gonna be the one. That's how it's gonna be connected because of Johnny. Yeah, I'm like, it's gotta be. This has gotta happen. Yeah. And the next episode you'll see because that's where I got disappointed. I think it was the next episode. So
the disappointment. Too bad they didn't write it the way we wanted it.
I know. We need to do that. We need to write our own. Okay, back to
Imagine how many people we're gonna kill off in season 6, episode part 3, if we did write it.
Oh my God. We would also be bringing back Hillary Swank for
Hillary Swank.
Uh-huh.
Hillary Swank comes in. I'm your real mom, Tori.
Mm-hmm.
What? Plot twist.
Right? I think we would have probably brought Dutch back in too.
Dutch is already coming back. Sometime. I don't know. Maybe it was a rumor. Maybe it was like a fake video. Whatever. Dutch is coming back. Sure. Let's see. We'll wait. We'll wait and see what happens. All right. At the church, Bobby tells Johnny to do better himself and be there for Miguel and Robbie. Johnny says he's not allowed to see Robbie because he's in probation after the whole incident in the parking garage, which he says he's lucky he knew a priest who put a good word to the judge. Bobby tells him again he's not a priest. He's a preacher. Johnny says he thought he was doing the right thing by making his students tough and show mercy. Bobby says he was, but Johnny still questions as to the reason all this has happened. Bobby says he knows it isn't fair, but people have to know that you don't always do the right thing because it always works out. You do it because it's the right thing to do.
And there's my second one.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like one right after the other. It's like this whole episode was just like, oh.
I got you thinking, didn't I, when I said that, huh?
Yeah. Like now I gotta rewatch it again. Like, oh, this feels so good right here.
Maybe we missed some.
Maybe we did. He then says he can help Johnny see Robbie as a member of clergy, as Johnny's on probation and tells him to ask his wealthy stepfather for money for Miguel's surgery. Johnny says he will figure something out as he puts his head on Bobby's shoulder to thank him.
Didn't you mention about a question for this episode too? You were gonna ask a question with Bobby's saying to the viewers.
The question was, what is one thing you thought was the right thing to do? See? Yeah.
Or what is something that you've done even if it didn't work out. If it didn't work out, but you did it because it was the right thing to do. What was it? We want to know.
Yes, we want to know. M3Pnetwork@gmail.com. Leave it in the comments below. Tell us about it. Message us. Put it on the Spotify comments. Let us know what you think. We want to know.
Yes, yeah? We want to know all the things. We want to know. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear your stories.
I'll shout you out at the next episode. We'll read your moments and we'll read your stories on the next episode. All right. Also, Johnny putting his head on Bobby's shoulder. It was like so amazing. I love that moment. Very touching.
Yes.
That's his best friend. Bobby's his best friend. Bobby's his ride or die. All four of them are, well, all three of them that are left are his ride or die. What? What?
Don't even say the body bag thing. I'm waiting for that.
Get him a body bag. Dutch is in prison, of course. Tommy is in a body bag. And Bobby, and then the other guy. Who's the other guy? I can't figure out his freaking name. Well, he is. I don't know.
Is there another one?
Yes, there's another one with a family. Like he has a family.
Oh, yes.
Jimmy, Bobby, Jimmy, Johnny.
Is it Jimmy?
That's New Edition.
Oh my goodness. But it is amazing that they are still so close after 30 years. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. His name is Jimmy. He's played by Tony O'Dell.
I should have known this. Wait, Tony O'Dell. Is that the same Tony O'Dell that's on Head of the Class?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, I never even... Wow. I never put two and two together.
We're just finding out that, what's his face? The other one was from Iron Eagle.
Well, yes. We talked about Iron Eagle before, but
Rob Garrison.
Oh my gosh, Head of the Class, Tony O'Dell. That's how I know that name. That's crazy.
Right, and then Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds was a Cobra Kai.
Yeah. That's crazy too.
It is. It's like, all right, and then
And,
just finding
and
out
this is
also
why we
that
love the show.
Dutch is played by Chad McQueen. I mean, damn.
And yeah, and we all know who his father is.
McQueen.
Famous race car driver, Steve McQueen.
Oh, is that why they named?
I think I
Lightning
said that
McQueen?
before. Didn't we say that a few episodes back?
Is that why they named him Lightning McQueen in Cars?
Oh, Lightning McQueen, is it? Oh, so many things, so many theories, so many things.
So many
We
theories.
need to look this stuff up and just have an episode about all this stuff.
All of our theories on Cobra Kai. All right,
all of our
so
connections.
yes. So Johnny putting his head on his best friend's shoulder is fucking wholesome right there. It's not only the fact that he's a priest and everything, but
Preacher.
the fact that preacher, whatever. But the fact that he grew up with him and like he even like supported Bobby going through this transition of becoming a preacher. And Johnny's all like, hey, you have a sense of higher power, go for it. He didn't have Kreese anymore. He lost his father, and then now his stepfather is an asshole. So coming up to Bobby and calling him father all these years, or just Bobby for sure, like preacher style, and that's his ride or die. And not only his ride or die, it's his big personal figure. And this is why I keep saying, like, listen, we need a prequel to all these guys here. This is what I meant about having a prequel about all of them. Just having the Cobra Kai guys, the OGs, Johnny, Bobby, Jimmy. I want to say Mike and Tommy. Johnny, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Anyway, Johnny, Bobby, Tommy, and Jimmy, having them like do a prequel of them, just like where they were after the Karate Kid incident. What they do to Kreese? Did they fire him? Did they leave? Did they not want to be back there anymore? Well, no.
I think that we should write this. I think we should write this episode. The
write
prequel.
An episode.
Prequel.
The
yes.
Prequels. Yes. Like write
absolutely.
This down.
Your theories would be perfect, and then my theories would probably be crazy. So.
How did Bobby become a preacher, a priest? How did Tommy get sick? How did Dutch end up in jail, in prison?
I want to know that one.
Tommy decided to just up and leave and start a family of his own, like
right?
Yeah. And Johnny just ends up staying
stuck in the 80s.
Stuck in the 80s, like why are you
not
still
knowing
there, dude?
what hash browns are or hashtags or hash browns and
send it to the internet.
How to work a computer and all that good stuff.
But then again, like at the same time, having kids with Daniel. Yeah. Same timeline.
You mean
like they both have kids 15 years later?
Yes.
Like, why not have kids now? What?
We were contemplating that before. Well, how did Johnny and how they each have a kid the same age? Yeah, exactly.
That was us last month or last episode.
That was like season 1, and then like they're in the same town for 30 years but don't see each other. Yeah.
They don't run into each other until like she sees Cobra Kai. I mean,
his daughter hits the car.
I get it. Johnny tries to avoid it because he knows Daniel works there, like because he sees the billboards. Like, ugh, I see this every day. But Daniel's like, oh, what? Cobra Kai? And then it's like, oh, look at you, it's Johnny. How you doing? What's going on? Where's Kreese? He's dead. It's like, oh, okay.
I swear he's been dead. He's been alive and dead several times. He's the person that just comes back all the time. Yeah. I still don't like him, by the way.
We know. Everybody knows this by now. It's common knowledge, ma'am. So yeah, a prequel to them. Just put him out there, see what happens. Let's see how it goes. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. They even done a prequel of going back to Kreese's father. Kreese by himself, and the whole Vietnam thing. Like, keep doing those prequels. Keep doing prequels. Cobra Kai, Miyagi-verse prequel. The Cobra Kai 85 prequel. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, let's do
New
it then.
actors. Yeah, new actors. They can have
We'll just
like
write it.
old school. Like they can have William Zabka show up in there around there. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's write it. Let's write it down.
All right, let's go.
All right. Next scene at the dealership. Tom Cole has made an offer to Daniel and Amanda, giving them the papers to look over and sign. They're still against the offer. Tom says he believes in karma. What goes up and over a balcony must come down. Still cracking karate puns at him and poor Miguel. He says the valley has spoken. Nobody wants to do business with a bully. Daniel says he's not a bully, and there are plenty of people walking through the door. They're doing just fine. Crickets. Nobody's there. Tom laughs it off.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tom laughs it off, pulls out a pen from his pocket, and tells them to get something before it's worth nothing. Anush informs Louis outside of the war room. Anush informed Louis that Cole signed an exclusive deal with Toyota International, which distributes all of the major Japanese car companies, and convinced them to cut ties with LaRusso without the consent of Daniel and Amanda. Louis notifies Daniel and Amanda of this deal. Miyagi-Do holds a car wash fundraiser to pay for Miguel's surgery with the help of Moon and the cheerleading team. Sam thought Moon was a feminist. Moon corrects her, saying she's a sex-positive feminist. Their bodies are an expression. A carpool with 4 guys inside pulls up and asks the cheerleaders if they can be next, thinking that they're going to get some action. Instead, Chris shows up with no shirt on and starts mounting the car, soaping it up. Nathaniel takes the $20 from the driver. The scene is an homage to Grown Ups 2 during the car wash scene, where Andy Samberg and his group of boys ended up washing Kevin James' car, which was so never ending. It's never ending. Also, the fact that there are a bunch of adults in there, it just felt kind of creepy, I guess.
You
Yeah,
can't
Chris.
have a scene like that without having the whole car wash scene, though. Got to do it.
I know.
There's so many out there.
There is. Grown Ups 2, Neighbors. That comes on.
Oh, yeah, Neighbors.
Neighbors 2.
Bring It On.
Bring It On. Like, I'm trying to think of Bring It On. When was this?
Bring It On. They raise money for their competition to get to the whatever, nationals or whatever. All the cheerleaders do the car wash thing. How can you forget that scene?
I don't.
How can you forget that scene?
Still Big Red.
So we are watching Bring It On tonight, are we?
No. It's a cheerocracy. Anyway, Hawk and Mitch show up in bikes and say they won't get away with this, viewing this as using Miguel as a poster child. Meanwhile, Johnny goes to a job interview to pay for Miguel's surgery, which goes well until they notice he leaves out a part about his prior arrest. When Johnny tells him that he was arrested for assaulting a minor, he doesn't get the job. It's like, you shouldn't have told him that. Well, it is. It's there, right? Assaulting a minor. Or...
Yeah, he said
he has to tell people. Like, he has to go door to door. I assaulted a minor, unless that's only for, the other assaulting. Like, I don't know. Thing about this is the fact that Johnny's not going to get paid till like 2 weeks later, though. So by the time the surgery comes along, it's like, dude,
we're talking about
late.
Johnny here. Johnny doesn't realize things very quickly.
Oh god, it's like he figures it's like the day is over and he gets paid. Can I get a raise? Can I get the check now? Yeah, sure. $200 for today. What?
Can I get an advance?
There it is. On your first day? So yeah. Back in juvie, Robbie sees the car wash on the news with Sam being interviewed. Sean mocks Robbie, saying, "Vanilla's not her flavor no more. She got a taste for the horchata." And the way he says it is so smooth. I loved it. Great on the accent. Good job.
Me too.
Implying she moved on from him for Miguel. He then says maybe she'll be drinking that dark rose next. Which angers Robbie, and Sean and his two cronies attack Robbie. He's attacked from too many directions, tackle and kick on the ground. Sean lays into his rib one more time before leaving. Actually, he went from the horchata to vanilla flavored milk, back to the horchata. She drank that.
Is it? Say that again. Say that again.
She went from the horchata.
No. Say the word again for me.
Horchata?
Yeah.
Horchata.
Yeah.
You want me to say it right? Horchata.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear you say.
Okay.
What is it? Horchata?
Horchata. She went from the horchata to the vanilla flavored milk, back to your horchata. I was like, nah, I don't like the vanilla flavored milk. I'm going back to the spice. Coffee beans, yeah. Colombian. Oh, Ecuador, I'm sorry. Johnny goes to a pawn shop on the other side of town to try to sell his items, only to be dealing with Lyle again, who has 3 different pawn shop locations. Lyle looks at the same box that Johnny has tried to pawn off and laughs. Johnny gives him the laptop and says it ran out of battery juice. Lyle asks if he plugged it in. Johnny says Lyle told him it was wireless. Oh my god, Johnny.
Poor Johnny. He needs to be schooled on
wireless laptop.
Things.
Oh my god.
Lots of things.
Lyle calls Johnny's box useless crap. Johnny says this whole place is filled with useless crap. What makes his crap useless than anything here? Lyle says his crap has value. Johnny tries to sell the 93 Dodge Caravan that was stolen from Daniel's dealership. Lyle says it's also useless. Johnny walks out of the pawn shop knowing and dreading what he has to do next. Back at the dealership, Amanda thinks it's best to sell the dealership as other manufacturers may follow Doyona and cut ties with Barroso. Daniel delivers an inspiring speech about his experiences with cars and his passion for connecting with people, buying cars, and how Mr. Miyagi convinced him into sales. He delivers a Miyagi quote, Daniel's son must follow passion. Man who work for passion, always richer than man who work for money.
There it is. Another inspirational quote. I love that one.
Man who does podcast for passion, always richer than man who works for money.
There you go. Yeah.
I agree with that quote right there.
Yes, because you're doing what you love. You are doing what you're passionate about. I love that.
Talking about my stuff. Yeah.
Talking about all your stuff.
Please send me
money. And we love to
hear it. Oh, I don't know how long I can do this without money. Anyway, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Don't do. Anyway, his goal was never to be the number one auto dealer in the valley. He just wanted to give those customers that same sense of excitement he had when he got his first car, and that's why they were successful. Amanda tells him that without the Yona, they can't compete. She loved what they built there, and they did it together, and she don't want to lose it, but the writing's on the wall. If they don't sell the coal, they might end up with nothing. Amanda and Louie leave to finish inventory, and Daniel walks back over to the bonsai tree, finding inspiration to a flashback of Mr. Miyagi telling young Daniel to close his eyes, trust, and concentrate. Think only tree and make a perfect picture down to last pine needle. Wipe your mind free of everything but tree. Nothing exists in the whole world, only tree. Now open eye. Daniel opens his eyes, ending the flashback, and smiles. Oh, seeing the freaking Karate Kid flashback was awesome. I loved it.
It was. I love that. Do you know that I always wanted to get a bonsai tree?
Bonsai tree?
Yes.
Bonsai tree, yes.
I've always wanted one ever since I've seen Karate Kid.
Maybe you should go to the auto dealer and Okay.
Well, did you know that Mr. Miyagi, they say too, that the whole reason was, or Daniel got his first car from Mr. Miyagi, and that was that 47 Ford. Yeah.
In the banana boat.
Which we see again several times, I think. Yeah. I love that they bring that car back in.
They do. At the correctional facility, Robbie gets bullied again by Sean stealing his pillow and calling him a soft ass bitch. Damn. He then is informed he is getting a visitor from Johnny the next day. Meanwhile, Johnny goes to Sid, which is Ed Asner's last episode, as we learned he passed away that year in August.
Aww.
Johnny asks Sid to help with Miguel's surgery and tries to reveal that Sid sexually assaulted his secretary, saying he would start one of those hash brown Me Too things.
Send it to the internet.
Send it to the internet. Hash brown Me Too.
Hash brown Me Too.
Sid said he doesn't care about his reputation and still refuses to help. On the way out, Johnny steals a valuable artifact from the house. The fact that Sid's all like hash brown. Johnny, you're always been this. I don't care. I'm already dying. Do whatever you want. Don't care. After the car wash, as Nathaniel, who was in charge of the money, is ready to leave, he's attacked by Hawk and Mitch as they steal the money from him and beat up Nathaniel. Later that night at the dealership, Daniel and Amanda meet with Tom Cole and inform they will never sell and express their own knowledge about the Diona deal, as Anush informs Cole that LaRusso offered him his job back and accepted due to Cole's poor treatment of Anush. Yeah, just because he knows his name. Miyagi-Do arrive at the LaRusso residence and inform Sam that Cobra Kai stole the money, and Nathaniel pushes through to say they kicked the fucking shit out of him with a torn and bloody shirt. Important to know. The sunglasses Nathaniel wears after being beaten up are the same sunglasses worn by Daniel after getting a black eye from Johnny at the beach during their first fight. So, callback. Like, hey, I'm wearing the same glasses Daniel wore.
Wait, who's wearing the same?
Nate, who got beat up. He's all like, put him on because he got beat up, and then takes him off. Like, they kicked this fucking blitz shit at me. Like, his he doesn't know. There's no filter on this guy. At the hospital, Johnny comes back with a check to pay for Miguel's surgery, implying he sold Sid's artifact and got somewhat of a reconciliation with him and Carmen. Miguel's grandmother convinces Johnny to stay with Miguel during his surgery, missing his visit with Robbie, upsetting him. Then we get a shot of Bobby sitting down in front of Robbie. Just thought it was like a wholesome thing. Bobby and Robbie. Bobby and Robbie. Johnny named his kid after Bobby.
Is this a fact or is this a theory?
It's a theory that he like. I'm gonna name him Robbie. Bob.
I could see that, though. Yeah. It's definitely a better theory than the whole what's his name being adopted, I guess.
Anthony LaRusso?
Yeah, being Louis' kid.
Yeah, that'd be, yeah.
I really do think he definitely could have named him after like Bobby. Yeah.
But I love the fact that Bobby's sitting in front of Robbie and he's just sitting there like, I know, kid, your dad. Like, damn, dude.
No, I feel so bad for Robbie there. He had his hopes up, and yeah.
At the Miyagi-Do dojo, they decide to train again, with Sam taking the reins, saying her father won't find out as he's out of town. The next scene cuts to Tokyo, Japan, implying Daniel is meeting with Diona to convince him to still supply to LaRusso. And as we get the back, zoom out of the scene to where we see Japan, and we immediately know where this is going. We're going to Okinawa, Japan, and we're going to see some very important people from Karate Kid 2.
Yes, and this is where we're supposed to watch Karate Kid 1 and 2, so we can... Yeah, we have to watch Karate Kid 2 now.
Yes, we do.
We talked about that.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. We should definitely do that. Badass scene?
I don't feel there really was one, but if I had to pick one, maybe in the juvenile detention center. But there wasn't really one. This was just an episode about motivational quotes, aspiring quotes, I feel.
All right, the motivational quote for the badass moments.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I like that.
There it is.
Yeah.
The motivational quote.
Did you not think there was a badass moment in here, sir?
Robbie getting his ass kicked? No, I don't think that's badass at all. By three guys. Like, they practically jumped him.
Yeah,
and they're not even doing karate.
I don't like those kind of scenes.
It showed its purpose that they're not even doing karate. They're just like jumping in on him. And Robbie saying the most stupidest thing ever is like, my karate is just for a defense.
Yeah, that was just asking to get his ass kicked.
It's like, defense, huh, you nerd? Let me start fighting you.
Right. If you want to get your ass kicked, just say my karate is for self-defense only. Self-defense only.
You strike first.
Right.
So there's Sam took over, but she's been taking over. Like, we've seen like last season where her and Robbie are teaching the class, but her by herself was like, "Don't worry, my dad's out of town." It's like, yes, girl,
get it.
Go for it. Bobby being a father figure is a badass moment.
Yeah, I really liked his. I really liked his talk to Johnny throughout.
We would have needed, like, if there was a second episode that he's in, right? This is the second episode that he's in. Why not put him in more episodes? Like, he lived around the Reseda area, right? Or did Johnny just like travel to another city just to go to a church and just be like, "Hey, Bobby"?
What did you think of this episode overall?
Final thoughts? I thought it was a filler episode. It wasn't one of my favorite episodes, but it's like it served its purpose. To go, it's like, okay, so this is what's happening to the auto dealership, because that was the A storyline here.
Yeah.
Where Johnny and Amanda, we didn't know it was the A storyline. Like, until like later, it's like, oh shit, yeah, that's fucking awesome. But the fact that Johnny and Amanda are having trouble with the dealership, Tom Cole tries to buy it out. Anush tells Louie, Diona, and Diona's from Japan, and Japan's like, that means that we have to go to Japan. And oh shit, we're in Okinawa. We're gonna be in Okinawa pretty soon. Oh damn, you know. So
Glory
it's
above,
like
glory above.
The big reveal is that Japan, is helping out the Daniel's dealership, and then like, oh, who are we gonna see in Japan? Let's find out in the next episode. Yeah. But yeah, it just felt like from point. Let's put this from point A to B real quick, and then the whole storylines between doing a car wash for Miguel when they weren't even a part of it. The kids in Miyagi-Do were the reason why Miguel's in the hospital. Oh yeah, we understand that this kid beat up a kid from Cobra Kai, but we want to help out by doing this car wash. Why can't Cobra Kai do it? Unless Kreese didn't want to do it.
Just a bunch of bullies, that's why.
And then Cobra Kai steals the money. Freaking. I don't think Johnny knew about that at all. So he just decided to get his own way to do it, and he did. So he has the money and put it out there. So it all came down for Johnny instead of Miyagi-Do.
Johnny did what he had to do. I give him respect for. I mean, I don't want to say I respect him for what he did, but I respect the fact that he was trying to do what he needed to do to help Miguel.
Yeah, of course. Not one of my favorite episodes, though. It's just like, okay, cool. Let's just keep it going. I don't know. Season 3 was just like, oh, okay, cool. We're gonna have to. You said so episode 2 was one of your favorites? I think the later half of the season was that's when it started getting better for me.
Wait, episode 2 or season 2?
No, you said episode 2, season 3.
Episode 2, season 3 was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's what you
I
said
did?
last time. Yeah, you did.
I don't remember
This
this.
was 2 weeks ago, exactly. This was
I
2 weeks
don't
ago.
remember this. We can't go 2.5 weeks without talking about Cobra Kai.
Oh god, no more of that, please. So yeah. All right, yeah, that was episode 3 of Cobra Kai. Any thoughts? Any more thoughts about this?
No, I'm excited to get on to the next episode though. So I think it's gonna get better.
Yeah, hopefully it does.
But we do love Cobra Kai.
We do.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the writers don't know what they're doing, but we still love them.
But we do. We would like to write the show.
Yes, yes. If you're looking for a couple of writers, right, we're here. We're here right now. We got this. We can do it.
We can outwrite the writers.
Email.
M3P network@gmail.com. Let us know.
There you go. There it is.
If people want us to write your show, like we have some ideas. We have some theories. I just want to put it out there right now. It's like at the very end of season 6, just like Louis come out. It's like, I'm your father, Anthony.
Oh my. And then he makes him some bananaramic pancakes, right?
I'll make you some Bananarama pancakes, John.
Bananarama. Yeah, Bananarama. Sorry.
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble. We get yelled at. Are we done? Are you ready to leave? Are we good here?
We need to leave before we get in trouble.
Are you guys still listening to us? Great. I'm so glad that you guys are not thinking of this like too seriously.
No, don't ever take us seriously. No. We're too fun to take seriously.
Right. Oh my god. That is going to do it for this episode. Join us next week for another scene by scene theories and more concepts. Probably we'll write the entire episode ourselves. Breakdowns of season 3 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. If you feel you want a little bit more, follow and support us on Instagram, the Threads, YouTube, M3P Network on the Twitter. By the way, YouTube, whoever's watching our videos on YouTube, good job. Thank you. Shout out to you all. Whoever's like 62 views in the last 3 episodes.
That's awesome.
Like within freaking 3 days, 5 days. Thank you. 64 views, whatever. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. I'd never gotten 64 views on YouTube before. No. But thank you for doing that. Like, I really appreciate whoever's like listening or watching. Like it works out more there, and then over here on Spotify, like 20 views, 20 listens. It was like so cool. I appreciate it. Awesome. Appreciate it. Like I said, find us on support us on Instagram, the Threads, YouTube, M3P Network on the Twitter. A new thing we just discovered, you can leave a comment on the Spotify account. Just the episode that you want to listen to, click on the show notes, scroll down a bit, and you will see that you can leave comments. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe whatever. I want every listener to go and leave a comment. Go back to the first episode if you like and leave whatever comment you like, good or bad. If you want to hype your podcast music, whatever, I'll read it on the podcast. I just want to know things. Let me know if I did good, if I did bad, or if I did horrible. If you want to rate me to a 10, 1, all good. Do it. I will read it on the podcast, and then I will make fun of you. I mean, I will just shout you out.
He will not. He wants to see comments, people. Comments and emails. Comments. He likes those.
I love those. It's a boost to my ego.
Oh, yes. That ego boost that we all need sometimes.
Yes. Follow and join the live on TikTok at Evolution of a Geek by subscribing or join the show to the live streams and hang out with the rest of the M3P community. And here's another thing I wanted to change about this whole thing. So when I first joined TikTok in 2020, there was one dude who would always post about positivity, and he was this awesome soul. Dude, If you follow him, good job. Fucking love that guy.
He's a great guy.
I followed him and many other like-minded people like JT Laybourne and Scott D. Henry, his brother Dan. But JT and that dude are the reason I drink C4 and Zoa especially because they, well, not because of them, more like The Rock, but the fact that they did an ad showcasing Zoa and everything, and I was all about it. I was just like, hell yeah, let's do that. So I want to try putting that positivity back on here because I tried doing it on Tumblr Live a while back. It didn't work out. They're built different. Tumblr Live were a jungle. They're a different type of situation. So here though, like I visited Dude's Live a few times before in January around the first half of the year, and like this past few months, I found out that he might have deactivated. So I don't know. So in memory of him and what he did personality wise on TikTok and everything, I want to use this moment right here in the shout out section to spread the message, spread the love and positivity, like he used to say. He used to do love slaps, which meant spread love and positivity. So this is more like a shout out slap, support, love, and positivity. I want to support the supporters. I want to support back the supporters. I want to show love to the supporters. I want to bring positivity to the supporters. So a big shout out to the following people. Menace Smiling, Little Linguini, Brandy, of course, Leanna, Obsidian Nightmare, Mike W, Greg Levance, Minnie Mommy, Moth Queen, Forever Jane, Alexandria, Tanya Rose 78, Stabby Tabby, Danny, Nicole, Spicy Cajun Queen, Funny Bone 96, Amulet Amanda, Woody Transition, King Chicken Hawk, Eliza Queen, Skylight 84, Katrina Hannah, Grace Johnson, Angie.mc, Nix, Celtic Panda, and one more thing about Obsidian Nightmare. Give her your send her some good vibes, send her some prayers, whatever you believe in. Send her the positivity. She really needs it at the moment. She just came back from spinal tap surgery. She can't move at the moment, but like send her some good vibes, good graces, and everything. That's why I wanted to shout her out. She came into the live ones and it's like, she can't move out of her bed for a while. So yeah. Shout out to her. She's been awesome. Great to hang out with on the live and everything. Lorefield fam, Home Hope Saints, Saints After Sundown, and 2 members of my Third Place Network team on Twitch, Shenrod and Mary Brewski. Make sure to follow those 2 Twitch accounts. They will be on the link tree in the show notes. Follow and support them on Twitch. Another saying that I want to put out on my Third Place Network is she's going to be on there. She's already excited about it. Skyla's crystalshop.etsy.com. Go for self-healing crystals. Check out the website, and you get free gifts with every order. Check that website out again. Skyla's crystalshop.etsy.com. The website will be in the link tree. It will also be in the M3P network link tree as well. Rock on, girl. You're awesome. Thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast, join the TikTok live, and being a huge part of my Third Place community. Let us know if you want to watch us live on Riverside. We would love to have you in the chat and interact with you at the same time. So tell your friends and join us next time for more behind-the-scenes stories, theories, motivation, affirmation, love slap, movies, TV show reviews. I'm Evo.
I'm Brandy.
And remember, guys,
strike first, strike hard,
and no mercy. Hash browns, we got this. Let's go. Send it to the internet.
Send it to the internet.
See y'all later. Bye.